performance, everything that we hear all the time. Charger was up 21% last year. Challenger it's a record share in 2019, as well as Charger with record share. Durango was up 3% year over year versus 18. So a lot of really good traction on these three vehicles, and really seeing it in the market and with our customers that are resonating with the high horsepower, the attitude, the customization, all the personality that Dodge offers on these vehicles. So we got a couple 2020s here and a couple 2019s. So I wanted to start off with the redeye. I know that some of you have had a chance to see it or experience it, but it may be new to some of you folks. So this is 2019, so it's the first model year for redeye. We just started our 2020 production, but from 19 to 20, only little changes, wheels, badging, things like that. Under the hood of a redeye is a 6.2-liter Hellcat high-output V8. Makes 797 horsepower and 707 foot-pounds of torque. Some of you may know that engine, we kind of borrowed it from the Demon, the 2018 limited production drag vehicle that we did. So creating the redeye was really kind of a marriage of that powertrain along with all of the benefits in terms of the chassis and overall dynamics of the Hellcat versus being dedicated straight to drag racing. So in that high output engine, it's completely different rotating assembly, valve train, internals, fuel system versus the standard Hellcat. So that's how we were able to make the extra horsepower versus 717. As you can see, this one is in wide body configuration. We offer the redeye both narrow body and wide body. With the wide body kit, you get the wider wheels and tires. It's 20 by 11 inch forged wheels at all four corners with 305 rubber. So all of those pieces combined make the Challenger Hellcat redeye the world's fastest and most powerful muscle car. Top speed of 203 miles an hour, 0 to 60, 3.4 seconds, quarter mile in 11.7. So we're really 10.7. So really excited to have this vehicle here for you guys. If you haven't had a chance to check it out before, I'd love to talk to you, give you some more detail later on. But I want to keep us moving to a car that I think resonates really well in the Boston market. And this is the GT all-wheel drive. This is the first and still only muscle car, or all-wheel drive muscle car. So we launched this in 2017, and since we brought this unique vehicle to the Challenger, we've really seen incremental growth in markets like Detroit, Boston, New York, a lot of those markets that need that all-year-round confidence and ability to make your way in the snowy stuff. So with this vehicle, it has a front axle disconnect as part of the all-wheel drive system. So if it's a nice sunny day in the middle of the summer, it's going to drive just like the rear-wheel drive. That front axle is completely disconnected, and that also helps with fuel economy. And then also with these vehicles, excuse me, we have the 8.4-inch Uconnect touchscreen that has drive modes inside, and that'll help you control a lot of the slippery stuff. So different ESC calibrations in terms of when the all-wheel drive is disconnected to properly manage wheel slip, tire slip, things like that. So the system is constantly working in the background to make the driving as confidence inspiring, but as well as fun as it can be when you're not worried about getting through the snow. So a really exciting product to have in the Challenger lineup. Now, it's not always about having the biggest number with the redeye or the all-wheel drive with this Challenger GT, but the Durango over here has both of those combined. So what we have here for you today is the 2020 Durango SRT. This Durango features 475 horsepower, or 392 Hemi V8. 0 to 60 in 4.4 seconds, quarter mile in 11.6 seconds. And I know those aren't typical stats that you guys hear when you're talking about big SUVs. Well, one, that's kind of what Dodge is. We focus on that. But this isn't just an SUV. Dodge is the one brand that has two muscle cars, right? We have the Charger and the Challenger. But we have the muscle SUV. We have the Durango. We have the SRT. And this isn't just a bigger engine with some bright stripes and stuff going on it. The Durango goes through the same rigorous testing to the SRT team as any SRT Charger or Challenger as well. So that includes a 24-hour durability on the track test. So this thing is truly track capable. 6-piston Brembos up front, 4 pistons in the rear. Inside it has all of the same SRT track modes, track experience. So we've got track mode, sport mode, street mode, what these systems and these modes are doing is they're changing the ESC calibrations, the transition of performance bias between front and rear to maximize. So, for example, on the track, you put in track mode, 70% of your power is going to go through your rear wheels. For tow, we're going to put it right in the middle and do 50-50. It's going to adjust active noise canceling. So when you're at high revs, it's not the exhaust that's blowing in your ear so much. So it's changing a lot of the vehicle systems underneath to be properly suited for the mode that you're looking for. And then, as always, all of our systems are custom or have a custom mode, so you can adjust as you like. And so I'm going to go to the last car here, this black one in the middle. And this is the newest thing that we have for you here today for Dodge. This is the 2020 Charger Scat Pack wide body. This is actually the first time that this car has been shown to the public here in Boston. So we just started producing these the end of last year. So excited to have a forum like here in Boston to show this off. You're all familiar with the wide body on the Challenger. Similar story here with the Charger. As you can see, we have the wider flares. It adds 3.5 inches of overall width to the vehicle. But on this one, we were able to integrate the flares much more with the front and rear fascias, all new for the wide body, as well as a new the sill plates on both sides. So a really even more muscular stance than the Charger had before. But that's really all to get those wider wheels and tires underneath, to really get that 485 horsepower down to the ground. So you'll see the same 20x11. Forged wheels wrapped in 305 Pirelli at all four corners. And the big thing here is the suspension changes underneath that really improve the on-road but also the on-track dynamics of this vehicle. So it's 27% stiffer springs up front, a larger sway bar in the rear going from 19 to 22 millimeters, and then the wide body also features our adaptive damping suspension. Completely retuned to maximize, again, the new suspension setup, but also to maximize its track performance. What we gain here with the wide body is 0.3 of a second, 0 to 60. So we're down to 4.3 on the Scat Pack wide body. And then also around our 2.1 mile test track, we get around the track 1.3 seconds faster. That's 8 car lengths in one lap, just by adding the wide body. So if you're looking at how that adds up lap after lap, it's an amazing amount of time. So really excited again to have this here. As I mentioned on the Durango, same as on the redeye, you have all of the SRT performance pages, drive modes standard on this vehicle. It also includes the 6-piston front brakes. So really set up to be a track day warrior, but also you can fit your full family in there. So all of the great things about the Charger remain, but it just becomes that much better for this vehicle. The wide body is optional in 2020 for the Charger Scat Pack, and for 2020 it is standard on Hellcat. So the only way that you can get a Hellcat in 2020 and beyond is with the wide body on Charger. So unfortunately we couldn't get that one here for today, but in terms of Scat Pack, this is where the market is for us. We had record sales in Scat Packs this past year on both Charger and Challenger. This kind of hotspot for our lineup is really, really growing and becoming more and more important for us. So we're excited that we could really bring this model to our customers this year. So that's all I have. If you guys have any questions, happy to support.
Quarter-mile times is that where the car is drive and traction control on?
So it is with factory tires and it's on a prep track. So that'll be using our launch control that's integrated in all the vehicles. And so that's, we run it, but it has to be all standard content. So we don't run any different tires for better grip or anything. That's what the standard pro is. Usually it's just in drive, I believe.
Does it come with the yellow fenders? Will that be made available after?
The Charger wide body actually comes with a nice big pink one that runs all the way across the front.
Oh, you think you're manly pink?
So So yeah, we understand the popularity of some guys leaving it on. I'm sure you guys have read our dislike of that happening. But yeah, so on the Charger wide body, it actually goes across the full front like it does on the Challenger wide body. And that's, again, to be there for protection during delivery. As you can see, actually, this one isn't even wiped down yet. It's a lot of dirt, dust, rocks collect in there. The longer you leave it on, you're just creating sandpaper that's going to rub that paint off. So that's why we don't just tell people to take them off because we like to hear ourselves talk. It really does makes a difference if you leave it on. So it's protection of your car once you have it. But we understand people like that yellow accent, so we'll see how much they really like pink.
With the wide body, is the spindles the same distance apart, front and rear, and just the fenders allow more room for a bigger tire, or are the spindles actually moved in so the tires have a bigger tire?
The track is the same, so the overall spindle width is the same, and you'll see that it adds tire width outward.
Okay,
so you can see that you'll see even the dish of the wheel, the offset of the wheel.
The wide body added fender flares.
Yep.
But the physical body is still the same.
Correct.
Anybody else?
All right. Thank you, guys.
Wait, I just have one little wrap-up thing. So I think the takeaway is that for you New Englanders that have these brutal winters, we have something for all of you. Whether it's a Jeep with 4x4 or the Challenger all-wheel drive, the GT that is, or the fun to drive Fiat, again, all-wheel drive. We do have something for everyone, so just wanted to leave you with that thought. Thank you, Ariel. Thanks for coming out. Really appreciate it. It was great to see you guys, and I'm always spoiled because I get to see you in December and then again in January. So hopefully I'll see you again in a few months. All right, take care. Bye.